Oh, here we are, Saturday, February 4th, 2023. I'm Larissa. My skull's in the dishwasher. So, one of Omar's old mugs. He used to work on Google Station. He used to. Now he works for the Tubes of You. So yesterday, one of the ADT guys shows up at the gallery. I still don't know how ADT really got my information, because he says to me, he goes, oh yeah, well, they publish that information and they give us a list. I'm like, okay. So I said, like, from the county, when I had fictitious business license? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So then he shows me what he has, his record. Well, it doesn't have my last name. Well, if he was getting something, if ADT was getting something from the county, it should have had my last name on it. Should have. And it should have had my business name spelled correctly. Should have. I don't know. So I'm thinking about it. Oh, I appreciated him taking the time to come out. Should have done that from the beginning, huh? Hey. Knock, knock. Right? Hey. So I'm thinking about it. I am. I'm thinking about it. I don't like being pressured. I don't. My Kabuki theater faces. Oh yeah, Kabuki theater. I got this CD. Kabuki music for my Kabuki play. Right? Oh, it's funny. I'm sure it drives everybody nuts when I play it. But they make great faces in Kabuki theater. They get all painted up all white, right? Sometimes they wear masks. Sometimes. And they just get all painted up, right? It's like a Kabuki theater face. If I was all white with black eyeliner, maybe a little red slash here and here, right? Japanese traditional theater. Sounds like the guy's screaming. Ah! Let's see. I love it. Oh, one of my two favorite things in the world to do: make noise with my body and be naked in the sunshine. My two favorite things to do in the whole world. I really, really appreciate Kabuki theater music. I do. Like, yeah. They are enjoying themselves. I love it. I should look into getting some more Kabuki theater music, huh? That's good. It's a short CD. It's got 2 pieces on it, right? Pieces are long, though. They're like 8 or 9 minutes. 8 or 9 minutes of... Yeah, it's awesome. Love it. So, Mr. Brody, he waits for me to come home from work. Brody, hey Brody. Brody, do you wait for mommy to come home from work? Do you just lay around like this all day? Oh, my mommy's gone. I don't know when my mommy's coming back. Mommy's right here. Are you smartest boy? You're so smart. You are. Brody. He does. He just waits for me. When I came home yesterday, Omar said that when I pulled in the driveway, he just went, woof. One little woof. Woof. Brody, is that what you said? Did you say woof? Mommy's home. Woof. Oh, no, I'm not telling you to bark. Woof. 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 I don't know what I just told him to do, but I must have told him to do something, because he got up to look. He's like, what? Where? Who? Mommy. When did you learn to speak dog? Hey, Brody, am I speaking your language? Woof. 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 Hey. I know you can hear me. Come here. Mister, where are you going? He says, I will not be told what to do. That's what Brody says. He says, I will not be bossed around. You are not the boss of me. Brody, I think I am the boss of you. Oh. He says, no, you don't give me a paycheck. No, we just feed you. So there's this kitty product, this kitty treat product called Churu Pop. Churu. And they're very helpful for Sassy. Sassy loves them, number one, which she's very picky. Very, very, very picky. She loves them. And they help her go poopy. They do. When she has the Churu Pops, she goes poopy in the litter box all the time. They help with digestion. They have like prebiotics or probiotics or whatever in them. Kabuki theater face. Or it could be like Haka face. Right? You know what I love about Pacific Island dance is the hand fluttering. Love it. Love it. I love it. When you're dancing, like there's the hands are a very important part of dance, right? And you have to know how to hold them, where to hold them. In ballet, oh my goodness, when I took Giacchetti style and Vaganva style ballet. They have very different hands. Very different hands. Giacchetti hands are real. They're not ornate, right? Vaganva's hands are much more baroque, right? Really, really interesting. And then in belly dance, right, hands are very, very different between Egyptian and Turkish and American tribal style, right? ATS is interesting because there's a lot of movement. They're much more similar to like flamenco hands, right? Yeah. Anyway. And of course, ATS likes to use the zills, zills, which are more common in Turkish over Egyptian style, because Egyptian style belly dance is generally done much more stationary, right? It doesn't have as much floor movement, right? It's more in one spot. It's interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah. 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 And the closer you get back to Punjab, the more movement you see in the dance. It's interesting. The more traveling on the floor, the more traveling. Mm-hmm. And of course, there's jazz hands. Jazz hands. We watched the Jazz play last night. Did they play last night? Yeah. We watched some of the Jazz game last night with the Kelly Olynyk, with the Nordic front. That's what I call Kelly Olynyk, the Nordic front.
Yes, right. Jazz. That's who was playing the King's Sack.
Oh, that's right. They played the King. They beat the Kings of Sack.
They did.
Oh my goodness.
Sabonis thought he was fouled at the end there.
Saboner was all upset at the end. He was. I saw it. Yeah. And their purple outfits, their purple costumes. Yeah. Kelly Olynyk, I call him I have a whole bunch of names for him. I call him the Nordic front. I call him hacky sack because he looks like some guy should be wearing Timberlands playing hacky sack out in the woods in the 90s. Yeah. The hacky sack and Nordic front. Oh, there was that punk band in the late 80s, early 90s, Agnostic Front. Yeah. They were contemporary with the circle jerks. Speaking of circle jerks, it's circle jerk. That's circle jerk down in down from Las Vegas, huh? It's a crazy story. All those young women will have to go through deprogramming, huh? That must be a really, really stressful job, being a deprogrammer, a cult deprogrammer. That must be hard. I wonder, like, how many kind of retreats they have to go on, right? Like, to keep themselves centered, like listening to that stuff and learning, you know, dealing with people who have been through all that kind of brainwashing, cult brainwashing. That has to take a toll on you, huh? I think Landmark is a cult. Landmark Forum, I do. I think it's a cult. I do. Oh, I got roped into that for a while. And like it's very cliquey. It's like I couldn't even be part of his conversations anymore. Right? I was told that was my racket. When I gave up my racket, stories I told myself. Wasn't allowed. I was only allowed to ask questions. I wasn't allowed to make any statements. Okay. People, I wasn't allowed to talk to any of the people that like he had these private conversations with. Oh my god. Yeah, it really drove a wedge in our relationship. And we were having issues to begin with, right? Landmark Forum. Don't do it. It's crazy. The people that are in it are crazy. The people who introduced him to it were crazy. And you go to this. I humored him, and I went to the meeting where they try to recruit you. Like you got to bring in people. Like that's part of it. After you do your thing, you got to bring in people to try to recruit. And I was just like, no, thank you. This does not sound like my kind of fun. No. No. It was interesting when we went to the ashram, the MA Center, to see Amma. Saw her, what, 2-3 times? Oh, what a circus. It is. It's like a big human circus. Good food, though. Oh, yeah. And I do recommend going at least once to see, because it's a really interesting experience. And the music is really fantastic. And Amma's talks are good. They are. They're real feel good. But there are some real weirdos. People who follow her around, there's some real weirdos. Oh, but Amma's pretty cool. And she does have a lot of really good charities all over the world. She does. She does. Amma is not a creepy creeper. No, and she gives a good hug. She does. She smells nice. She smells nice and she gives good hugs. Yeah. But some of the people around her are really weird. Yeah. They are. Anyway. Yeah, I did a thing with the MA Center for a while. It was an Amma project. It's called Circle of Love Letters, where you get addresses of people who have been submitted by family members or whatever as people who are going through a tough time or whatever, and you send them cards, and send them letters, and you know you don't expect to hear back. Like sometimes they do write back, sometimes people do. I did have a few people that wrote back. There's a woman from France who wrote back to me. She was in a nursing home in France, and she was in a Catholic nursing home because there were nuns there. She said that there was a woman that came and prayed with her regularly, a nun, Sister Rose. Anyway, I write letters to people, send them cards, send them little snippets of pictures and stuff, and I used to do all that. It was fun. Only one time I had a woman write me back and said, please don't write to me. I was like, okay. I don't know. Getting something handwritten in the mail is kind of nice, huh? But it can be kind of strange. Some people might be weirded out. Like, I can understand a family member being like, who are you to say that I need something, right? That's what this woman said to me. She goes, I really don't. She says, I don't need a pen pal. I'm like, okay, whatever. I wasn't offended. I don't know her. But when you wrote, you're supposed to identify yourself as who you were. My name is Larissa. I write letters for a group called Circle of Love Letters from the MA Center in San Ramon. And if you don't want to hear from me, just tell me. So if you want to write back, this is my address. I bet you don't have to. And then you're supposed to send a card like once a week. That's what I did. You get 3 or 4 people at a time. And you send cards or letters or both. I did that for like 3 years. I did that for 3 years, and that's how one time when we went to the MA Center, I got to put the Hershey Kisses, because Alma gives you hugs and kisses, but not a kiss with the mouth. She gives you a Hershey kiss. You get a hug, and then she gives you a Hershey kiss. And so this person who sits next to her puts a Hershey kiss in her hand, in a big old basket. I did that. It was supposed to be for 15 minutes, but I sat next to her for like 45 minutes. I mean, I came down, and I was like, oh my God, you were up there so long. I did. For like 45 minutes, I watched her hug all these people. It was amazing. It really was. It was really amazing. She smells so nice. She does. She smells really, really nice. They sell it. They sell it too. They sell this lotion at the ashram that is her scent, right? Alma's scent, and it's sandalwood and rose. It smells really, really nice. They call it Alma's Rose. They sell incense too. It smells like that. They have a nice little bookstore there. Lots of interesting books. And they sing bhajans, and the bhajans are always lots of fun. La 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 la. They are. They give you a little sheet. They give you sheet music, and they have it in Malayalam. They have it in Sanskrit, and they have it in English, right? Well, phonetic, right? And then they'll have translations, so you know what you're saying, which I think is nice. I don't think they're a cult per se. No, I don't. I don't think they are. Like, I've never had anybody from the ashram follow me around. No. When I say people are weird, just people get weird at that kind of stuff. But I do recommend going to see it. It is something to be seen. People come from all over the world. Thousands of people. Thousands of people. Do a little yoga and a little meditation with thousands of people. When Alma comes, they blow this horn. Oh my. It's a shell. It's actually this big conch. They blow it. There's flowers everywhere. It was fun. It was fun. Some people cry, right? Anyway. Yeah, I've done some interesting things. I haven't been a lot of places, but I've done some interesting things in my life. Yeah. I've met a lot of strange people. I have. A lot of strange people. Yeah. Like, there was that guy that one night when we first moved to Oakland. I was sitting out on my front stoop smoking a cigarette. And it was like 10:15. And he came out of the neighbor's house. Gigantic dude. Big, 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 bald black dude. And he had giant shoulders and tiny little chicken legs, tiny little waist, right? Like, all he did was pull-ups and push-ups. Nothing else. And he comes over and he goes, can I approach you? He says to me. Gigantic man, like, gigantic. Like 7 foot tall. Big dude. Well over 300 pounds with all the muscle he had packed up top. And I said to him, you look like the kind of guy who does whatever he wants. He was like, fair enough. And he came over and he sat next to me on my stoop. And he looks at me, he goes, are you racist? That's what he says to me. And I took out another cigarette and I lit it. I said, do I look like I'm racist? And he goes, no, I guess not. I'm like, okay. This strange man. I just didn't want to go in my house, right? And he said, my name's Big Mike. I just got out of prison the other day. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, it's my birthday. I'm like, oh, happy birthday to you. It had this weird conversation like this. It went on for a while. And then he said, I've been watching you. We don't want any political movements on this street. And he got up and he walked away. And I was like, oh, Yeah. He was a strange dude. Weird dude. Never saw him again. I don't know where he was watching me from, but he told me he was watching me. Now he's outside. He stayed outside and didn't come in with you, and now he's all pissed off. He's like, woo. You just stay out there. You just stay out there. He always does that. He always does that. Brody. Yesterday I finished a jacket, and it's really pretty. It has nasturtiums all over it. It does. It has nasturtiums. It's reversible. It's totally reversible. And the nasturtiums are from the series I did in 2020. Those textile design, surface design cartoon series, right? Illustration series. So yeah, it's real pretty. It's real pretty. The nasturtiums. Nasturtiums are delicious. I like them. Tasty. The greens, the flowers, and the seeds. Bro, are you gonna get your foots wiped? Are you getting your body wiped? Is it raining outside? Is it raining? I'm really nervous about you going up on the roof. I don't like it. I know you have to. Like, yeah, it's still the ladder will be slippy, and it just makes me nervous. Brody biting the towel that dries him. Anyway, I think I'm gonna get up and make some breakfast now. I do. I'm gonna make some breakfast and then get dressed and start my Saturday. I hear there's a basketball game today or something. Is there? I guess I'll watch. I guess I will.